Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is the podcast. All of the awakened souls out there, I want to say, welcome in, welcome in. So, today I decided I wanted to talk about meanings, all the meanings. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that? So, we all have different meanings. I'm just going to go right into the podcast, you guys. Thank you for being here. It's a beautiful day outside. Actually, we're going to start with that meaning. It is a beautiful sunny day outside, and it is ooh, like 40 degrees. No, less than that. Okay. My meaning to this is I love the sun. I hate the cold. That's my meaning. And I'm using this as an example because it's the meaning that I give it. Somebody else might, I'm sure we all love the sun, but somebody else might like the cold weather. I don't like it that much. It's not my thing. I'm not going to act like it is. I like it hot. So I give that a meaning of, oh my God, I don't like the cold weather. It's a meaning. But it is the creation that I'm making for me. Now, I don't get upset about it and like, oh my God. Sometimes I do for like a minute and say, oh my God, I don't let it ruin my day. I just go about what is. Because the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is, and I want you to answer this in the thing. I'm going to say hi in the messages. I should have messages on Facebook and I should have messages. I just said hi to everybody on on YouTube. So the first thing I wanted to say is you create your own reality that you see outside of you. And it all is created from inside you. Now, some people don't like, some people do not believe this, but it's 100% true. Believe it or not, it just is. Just like this weather is, to me, whatever the weather is outside, no matter how I believe it just is, right? So, this, whatever we give a meaning to, no matter what it is, it's our belief. So, I have a list of things that I wrote down because I thought, oh man, this would be so great. So, because of the way that we feel and that the way that we give the emotions to whatever we're believing, that's how we attract the the like attracts like. So that's another thing. Like attracts like energy, which we're all energy. We're always energy. So um if you what is your meaning about your father? What is your meaning about a father? Like my meaning of a father is like never around, always out doing his own thing. Did he even care about me? Oh, well. And somebody's meaning could be, oh my gosh, my dad is the best. He's always been around. That's the reality. But also, I could give it this meaning of that I've lacked a dad. Um, I'm not good enough because of my dad wasn't here. He didn't want me. I mean, we could just give it meanings and meanings and meanings. Now, for me, I at first I had to look at that and do the shadow work. Shadow work. We're always doing the shadow work, you guys. Um, to change the meanings because we can change the meanings. And I did explore the father wound and say, well, that's the only way he knew how, or that's the way he chose how. That didn't have anything to do with me. So we can change the meanings, but I'm just trying to get you right now to realize that you create the meanings. Whatever he did in his life did not have anything to do with me. It was him. And whatever I said it meant for me, it did. Mm. So I said at the beginning of my life, my dad didn't love me. He always was gone. I was not worthy. And then I changed it to, well, maybe he didn't know how to love. Maybe my life was better without him. He was an alcoholic. I mean, you have to change the meaning. You do have to change the meaning to create a different reality outside of you. Because I could have lived my whole life with this same meaning and having this low energy of fathers, of men, of relationships. And that's what it leads to. Because whatever we're believing and giving meaning to, we create. We create our own reality. So you need to look at your father wound, your mother wound, your own child wound. Um, so that was one thing. Your father and your mother. Everything that you're dealing with your mother is a meaning that you're giving. Me, I have lots of feelings about my mom, and I have changed most of them. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be in here today. This is the truth. And we could decide not to change this. And this is you guys' beliefs. This is the way you believe. And you can choose to hold on to this belief until the end of the day if you want to, of any belief that you have. But you can change your belief. And I just wanted to let you know that also, because to have a better, peaceful life, in some situations, changing the beliefs about all the situations um, can manifest you a better reality because you are the creator of your reality. And I'm just going to keep saying you're the creator of reality. And like attracts like, because these are the two main things that I had to get in the last 14 years on my spiritual journey. Um, I know everybody wants to make this spiritual journey like hard and um but it's really easy. It's really easy. You can change the meaning of things like that if you want, if you choose to. Um, and like attracts like energy. So if you want to be loved, uh, you have to become loving. If you want kindness, you have to be kind because you're creating your own reality. So I'm sure all of us have mommy wounds. I'm sure we do. And so we can look at our moms and say, well, this is the way she believes and this is the way I believe, and choose to be okay with her beliefs and your beliefs. And we're allowed to change that and the way we feel about them. And I know some people say, well, my mom did this to me and you don't know. And I say this, if you keep believing that this was terrible, this situation you were in with your mother or father or a relationship period, then that's what you're going to keep attracting. You have to go inside of you, realize what it was, let it go, change the belief, and you will be vibing at a higher energy, a higher consciousness, and you'll be able to attract the things that you really do want in our lives. We really, if we sat down with a pen and paper, a logical mind would say, we want this, we want this, we want this. But your inner self, if you grew up in a bad um, environment, then it's still in the bad environment. So you have to go in, you have to talk to your smaller self, and you have to change the beliefs. So, the rain, I'm just going to, I've been putting things down here. Like I just did the sun. The sun is amazing. I love it. It's got cold to it. I don't. That's my meaning. Somebody that's hot natured would be like, I love this cold. It's the meaning that I give to it and they give to it. The rain. How many people have said, rain, rain, go away, come back another day? I mean, that's a song people sing because we don't like the rain. But there's people that don't like the rain and then stay home all day, won't go anywhere. I will work in the rain. I will put a raincoat on and I will do whatever. I work outside. So I just get used to the rain. But other people would be like, and here's the majority of the thing. So I deliver food. Um, and I do other things. But right now I'm delivering food And when it rains, I can make more money on those days because the other people won't get out in the rain. So for me, rain makes me more money. And for other people, it's, oh, we're not going outside. We might melt. You don't melt, you actually make more money. So that's where I go. I'm just like, I'm going to be getting, and people give you big tips because they're like, you're in the rain. Yes, it works. So that is my meaning of rain. And then somebody else has a different meaning. But I'm creating my own reality. I don't let the rain bother me and it brings me money. So when it rains, it brings me money. And that's my belief. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's been true for me over and over again. A lot of people say, oh, it's big snow. We're going to stay in the house and never get out. And other people look at the snow and go, oh my God, this is worth $1 million. Let's go pow, shovel. So it's all a meaning, and we can change the meaning anytime we want. And I'm not talking about, you can change a meaning about everything, you guys, everything. You can change about, I've had to change a meaning about exercise. Not too long ago, I have been thin all my life, you guys, skinny, they've called me Suzette Skinny. That's just who I have been. And all my life, I've said, well, I don't really need to exercise. But now that I'm getting older, my skin and my muscles are falling. I've already went through menopause, all that. I've had to change the meaning and started going to the gym so I can lift weights because I need to build muscle so I can be able to, walk upstairs in my 90s. I know people that in their 70s that can't get up. So I had to change the meaning that, oh, well, since you're thin, you don't have to work out. That's not true. And I've always believed that until now, which is 55 years. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have changed it before, but we can start right now. And I've started right now. So that's a meaning that I've changed. Did the sun, the water, the ocean. What's the ocean mean to you? Some people mean the ocean means peace and love. And I don't know, the ocean means so much to me. I just feel like amazing. And then to other people, it can mean sharks and death and um, I'm going to drown and all the things. So it's all just a meaning that we give it. Every little thing, drinking water, going to Starbucks. People really get on to me about going to Starbucks. This is an example. So somebody said to me, well, you always go to Starbucks. Okay. Well, you always smoke cigarettes and you always drink and you always buy liquor and you always. So I'm not saying anything about you. That's your choice. And my choice is Starbucks. How is it any different? And that's kind of like judging, but you can change the meaning. You can just look at it and say, let them live their own life. I do not, if you're drinking, drugging, and partying down, whatever you want to do, I'm like, go for it. I'm going to the gym, drinking water all the time and eating right and spirituality. That's me. That's my meaning of this life. Your meaning of life might be party down and, get the next woman or man, however. It's all just a meaning you can change. Okay. Money is a meaning. Oh my God. Let me talk about the money meanings. We have so many meanings about money. Money is bad. Money is evil. Money grows on trees. Money don't grow on trees. Money is for rich people. Rich people are mean. Um, you know, tell me what yours is. Tell me your belief about money in here. I used to think, because I've had people in my life that always had money and not great attitudes. So that was one of my beliefs. Oh my God, if I get money, I'm going to be this. But here's the thing, when you get money, you are who you really are. So if you're loving, giving, caring, that's what you do. If you're mean and grumpy and selfish, then that's what you do. So that's what money does to you. But you can change that. Everything can be changed. You make your own reality. Like attracts like. And this is your life. Change it if you like it. Trump. Oh, that's some words like, "Oh my god, Trump, Trump." Um, I'm scared. He's the antichrist. Um, and then some people are like, "I love this man. He's gonna come in and conquer the world." So, what is your belief there? Um, can that be changed? Why do you believe it? Because everybody believes it or no one believes it, and you wanna be that, you know, black sheep, that different person. So it's just a belief, you guys. It's a belief that can be changed because you create your own reality. And like attracts like. We'll say it a million times. Okay. So um here's another thing. What is your belief about me? So I get so many people on here saying, I believe you're this and I believe you're that. And then people in my environment say, you're this and you're that. 1 minute you're great. 1 minute you're crazy. 1 minute you're a bigot. You know, so that's just a belief of these people regarding of what they think of me. Tell me what you think of me in here. One person saying you shouldn't do this, one person's saying you shouldn't do that. And here's what I tell you, stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane, do your own thing. Don't try to tell people what to do. Do what you want to do because you are creating your own reality. They will never be able to create your own reality, but you can. And if you're loving and kind and giving and compassionate and don't judge and be glad that people have money and do wonderful things with money, give and to people, dogs, nature, whatever, then that's the create that life you're creating. But if you're also like partying all the time, drinking and um, going out to bars and driving cars drunk, then you're creating your own reality and then you're going to jail. Hello? When people go to jail, they're like, oh my God, I was drinking and driving last night and I went to jail. Oh my God, can you believe it? Yeah. When you're drinking and driving, jail goes along with it sometimes. So, but you created your own reality. Well, I've done this and I've hurt this person. I've done this person. And all these people are hurting me. You're creating your own reality. Stop doing it. That sounds crazy, like, stop doing it like I'm your mom. Exactly, stop doing it. Stop creating a reality you don't love. And I do this, you guys. The reason I always can get on and speak my truth is because this is my truth. My life has totally changed, and I'm not 100%. No one is. And I love when people say they're not. Well, I would never do that, and I would never do that. And we all do it. The first thing of being an alcoholic is saying, I'm an alcoholic. Yes, I do think bad thoughts, but I can change them. I do judge other people, but I don't have to. Once you open your mind up to realize that everything that you do in your life is creating your reality, everything. Like me, pushing to find this, pushing to find that. And I've been looking for a house. Okay. So I've looked at many houses, sorry. And I'm like, who would live in these houses? This is my meaning. This is my meaning of these houses. Who would live in these houses? And then my realtor will say, it's sold, it's sold, it's sold. So somebody has a reality of that house. And I did not. And it's the meaning that we gave it. But here, that's a meaning I'm going to stick with. There's some meanings you want to stick with, and there's some meanings you want to change. So I'm going to change with this abundant house, um, because that's who I feel I am. Um, but then other people that is their abundant house, if you understand what I'm saying. So we get stuck. We can't let go. Me, that's me. I've been holding on to, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this. And no, I have to let go. I have to let go of the meaning of it. I have to let go of um if you feel stuck or you're feeling like something is dragging you down, it's because you're holding on to a meaning of it. So if I get this thing, it'll mean this. And I promise you, and I know, even for myself, telling myself right now, even when you get it, it's not the meaning of it. There's so many times that I have said, "Oh, I've got to have this. I've got to have this pin. I've got to have this pin. I'm going to get this pin." I manifest the pin, and I was like, "Wow!" Like, okay, I got to manifest this phone. I got to manifest this phone. I got to manifest this phone. I got the phone. I was like, "Oh." I said, "I have to manifest all this money. I have to manifest all this money. I have to manifest all this money." I manifested it. It was like, hmm, it's it's not the meaning that we're giving things like people on a pedestal or we're not good enough is everything we believe. I'm putting him on a pedestal because he's wonderful and great and loving, and he's no better than us in reality. Or if we're saying we're a piece of shit, we're not worthy because my dad did this or my mom did this, that's not true. It's the meaning you're giving it, it's the meaning you're giving yourself. So love yourself, have compassion for yourself, look at your beliefs, change them if you can, and you can if you're willing to. Um, but I just wanted people to realize that today is we're giving the meaning to everything. Um, and a lot of the meanings that we have aren't our own. So, like, have you ever said, well, this is what my dad said, or this is what my mom said, or this is what my teacher said, or, you know, somebody told me that last week. You need to explore and see if that is what resonates with you. You'll feel it. You'll be like, yeah, that feels good. I do believe that, you know, the spiritual community can get together and bring this world to a better place. I believe that. Some people say these spiritual people are nuts and they need to get their ass out. A lot of people don't even understand spirituality. Um, I tried to help somebody earlier. I did help somebody earlier. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to help them. And and when I did, I needed something from them, not needed something from them. I just needed well, I needed something from them, but they weren't able to give me that. And and I thought to myself, and they fought me for it. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, boom, not everybody has the same consciousness, obviously. Um, Not putting anybody down, none. I'm here to raise the consciousness. Obviously, that's why I'm saying we can change our beliefs. We can be a better person at um, a higher consciousness on money, on dads, on moms, on relationships. We can look at our husband and say, you can. This is what I've done. I tried everything to do to change my husband, but I would ask myself, what could I do to me for me to change him? And one day I realized there's nothing in the world that I could do, but I could change me. And I have completely changed about 5 times around and a whole different life, whole different meaning. Things don't mean things to me like they used to. I used to, somebody would yell at me and say, "Oh my, you're a piece of shit." And I'd be like, "Oh my God, what have I done to them?" Belittle. I felt like I was belittled. Now I'm like, "Oh my God, they got some issues today. Um, Maybe they need to do some shadow work or, is there anything we can talk about?" I don't say I don't say that to them, but that's what I'm saying to myself. Okay, something's going on. But before I gave the meaning that it was all about me and what did I do and I'm the victim and they're the victim, we're all just victims, and we're not. We take responsibility, ability to respond to our emotions. It's on our emotions. And if we're feeling little, belittled, like pieces of shit that can't do anything, that's what we're attracting. But if you are on a higher consciousness, and the higher consciousness is just saying, getting into your own beliefs and find out what you want and how things resonate for you. Like, I feel totally different about my dad, totally different about my mom, my children, my husband, things like, oh my God, I have gave up so many things that, so much value. I've just even gave a house away because when I die, I'm not taking that house into the grave. So I was just like, and that giving that house away has made the people that I gave it to more abundant. So it made sometimes we just need people to give us things to make us feel loved. Um, and I fought doing it. I did fight doing it at the time in the consciousness I was at, but now I don't regret it at all. I love it. I love to see that it has expanded somebody's lives, and that I get to share a part of that because everything we do, every little thing that we do to help our family, humanity, whatever, helps us. It all comes back to us and just helps us. And look how loving and compassionate you were. People were telling me you are nuts. There's no way in hell. uh, I get that so many times. There's no way in hell I would do what you do. And I say this, you're not me. No, there's you give homeless people money. They're gonna spend it on liquor. It's not my choice. God says, give money. I give money. If you spend it on liquor, that's your choice. Doesn't have anything to do with me. God says give, not, well, I just should monitor what I'm giving and tell them what to do with it. If they're doing wrong with it, God's got their do their own thing with it. I'm doing what I'm told to do, what my higher self tells me what to do. And that's the meaning. The meaning of giving the homeless person is amazing. I love it. I feel good. And it always comes back to me. So many funny stories to tell about that of how I have just an abundance, abundance, abundance. And and then there's other people. Well, I won't give it to them because they're going to do drugs. But what if you gave it to them that one day you gave it to them and they decided not to do drugs ever again? You don't know. And you don't know. You have to trust. You have to trust that whatever you're doing, whatever you're being guided to do in your life is just helping other people because you're not always going to know. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but you know what happens today and you can know how you're feeling today because if you're feeling good today, you're attracting good tomorrow because you create your own reality. And you like attracts like. So if I'm feeling good today, then tomorrow is guaranteed to be good because I am attracting my reality. You guys, this is so much fun. You know, I love these podcasts. I don't care if a person sees them, which I know a lot of people do, but I just love getting on here, speaking my truth. Um, since I've been doing them, I've been getting more of who I really am out there. And it's been amazing for me because I love everyone and I just want the world to open up to the happiness, to the not to the beliefs. You do not have to believe anything I say. But if one person wants to change their life, they can. And all it is a belief, and the meaning that you give it. I've been going through this lately. Everything that I preach right now, I've been going through. I'm giving this thing a meaning. This should happen sooner than it sh- I want it to happen right now. It's just a meaning that I'm giving it. But what if behind the scenes something was going on that I needed to be here and not there, then we never know. And I live that life. I live that life right now. I've lived that life for a while. Whatever goes, I go with the flow. I see an owl and that means something. And I see a bird and that means something. And I have a feeling and I'm like, oh, somebody said the other day is, I said, well, I'm looking for this thing and I can't find it. And they said, well, maybe God's protecting you. Oh my God. That resonated with me so much. I thought, I'm being protected always. But I believe that. And I give the meaning of believing that God's always protecting me. So sometimes when you don't get something, you're being protected. Sometimes when you lose something, you're being protective. What if God said, well, you have to lose that friend because they are going to do this to you? Or you have to lose, or you have to gain, a place. You go into a place that your mind's like, I don't want to go there, but it's for your own good. You have to trust. You have to trust. So that's what I wanted to say, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you need any help, just message me. You got me on Facebook, on TikTok, if it lasts, and but I believe it will. Um, it's got too much stuff going on there, and then on my YouTube, please come over to my YouTube. Put any comments. Um, Tell me how you feel. Tell me any meanings you want to change or meanings you have that you can't. Message me. I can help you work through it. All right, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being with me, and I will see you through the week. Bye.